Welcome to the Early Majority Hub channel. I am a mother to a 15 years old son who is autistic. In my first video, I explained what autism is and why it's considered a spectrum. If you missed it, check out the link below. In the series of videos posted on this channel, I'll be sharing insights on autism, including my personal experiences with my son and how it displayed various traits. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Autism Spectrum Disorder, or ASD, is a developmental condition that affects communication, behavior, and social interaction. This video will focus on the signs of autism, which can vary widely depending on age and developmental milestones. Early signs from 0 to 2 years. Social communication, limited or no eye contact. Does not respond to their name by 12 months. Rarely smiles or shows joyful expressions by 6 months. Does not use gestures like pointing, waving, or reaching by 12 months. Behavioral signs, repetitive movements such as hand flapping or rocking. Delayed or absent babbling or speech, for example, no single words by 16 months. Unusual reactions to sensory stimuli, like being over or undersensitive to sounds, textures, or lights. Limited interest in playing with others or sharing enjoyment. As shown in the table, my son experienced 3 out of the 4 social communication traits and all 4 behavioral signs listed. This highlights an important point. Autism is a spectrum, and every autistic child is unique. Not all children will display the same traits, and the way these traits manifest can vary widely from one individual to another. For example, while my son exhibited limited eye contact and delayed speech, another autistic child might make eye contact but struggle with understanding social cues, or have a rich vocabulary but use language in unconventional ways. Similarly, my son's sensory sensitivities and repetitive movements were prominent, but another child might have different sensory preferences or engage in different types of repetitive behaviors. Toddlers aged 2 to 4 years often show social communication signs such as difficulty understanding or using nonverbal cues like facial expressions and gestures. They may have limited interest in peers or find it challenging to make friends. Additionally, they might not engage in pretend play, like playing house or doctor, and may not show empathy or respond to others' emotions. When it comes to behavioral signs, toddlers might exhibit repetitive use of language, known as echolalia, or have unusual speech patterns. They could have an intense focus on specific topics or objects and might find it difficult to adapt to changes in routine. Moreover, they may have unusual sensory interests, such as smelling or touching objects excessively. As illustrated in the table, my son experienced all 4 social communication traits and all 4 behavioral signs listed for toddlers aged 2 to 4 years. While my son displayed challenges with nonverbal cues, limited interest in peers, and repetitive language patterns, another autistic child might show different traits or combinations of traits. For instance, Some autistic children may engage in pretend play but struggle with sensory sensitivities, while others might have strong verbal skills but find it difficult to adapt to changes in routine. My son's intense focus on specific topics, particularly trains, trucks, and maps, and his difficulty with transitions were key aspects of his experience. But these traits might look entirely different in another child. This variability is a core aspect of autism. It's not a one-size-fits-all condition. Each child's strengths, challenges, and experiences are unique. School-aged children between 5 and 12 years old often show certain social communication signs. They may struggle to understand social norms or make friends. Some might prefer to play alone or have difficulty sharing. It's common for them to take language literally and struggle with sarcasm or jokes. Additionally, they may not understand personal space or appropriate social boundaries. When it comes to behavioral signs, you might notice repetitive behaviors or routines, like lining up toys or following strict schedules. These children often have intense interest in specific topics, such as trains, dinosaurs, or maps, as in my son's case. They can find transitions or changes in routine particularly difficult. In overwhelming situations, meltdowns or tantrums may occur. As shown in this table, my son experienced 3 of the 4 social communication traits and all 4 behavioral signs listed for school-age children, aged 5 to 12 years. While he struggled with understanding social norms, preferred solitary play, and took language literally, another autistic child might have different social challenges or strengths. For example, some autistic children may have a strong desire to make friends but struggle with maintaining those relationships due to difficulties with social cues. Others might excel in certain academic areas but find it challenging to cope with changes in routine or sensory overload. My son's intense repetitive behaviors, such as lining up toys and his need for structured routines, were prominent during this stage, but these traits could vary significantly in another child. Teenagers from 13 to 18 years may show social communication challenges like difficulty forming and maintaining friendships. They might struggle with understanding social cues or body language, prefer solitary activities or limited social interaction, and have difficulty understanding others' perspectives. Behavioral signs during these years can include a continued intense focus on specific interests. Teenagers may develop anxiety or depression due to social challenges, have difficulty with executive functioning such as planning, organizing, and time management, and may exhibit rigid thinking or resistance to change. In his teenage years, my son is faced with challenges with forming friendships and understanding social cues and managing executive functioning tasks like planning and organizing. However, another autistic teenager might have different experiences. Some may excel in social settings but struggle with sensory sensitivities, while others might have strong academic skills but find it difficult to adapt to changes. For instance, Thato is still intensely focused on trains and trucks, but has also developed a keen interest in video games and media technology, like creating videos on social media. Some teens might develop coping mechanisms to navigate social situations, while others might experience heightened anxiety or depression due to the complexities of adolescence. Adults. Social communication. Challenges with maintaining relationships or understanding social dynamics. May prefer routines and struggle with unexpected changes. Difficulty with nonverbal communication, such as eye contact and gestures. Behavioral signs include continued intense interest in specific topics. Adults may experience sensory sensitivities, such as to noise, light, or textures. There can be difficulty with employment or social interactions in the workplace. Many may develop coping mechanisms to mask autistic traits. The table outlines common traits of autism in adults, focusing on social communication and behavioral signs. While this doesn't apply to my son, as he is only 15, it provides valuable insight into how autism can manifest in adulthood. Adults on the spectrum may face challenges with maintaining relationships, understanding social dynamics, and adapting to changes in routine. They might also experience sensory sensitivities and intense interests in specific topics. Additionally, some adults develop coping mechanisms to mask their autistic traits, which can impact their mental health and well-being. This highlights the lifelong nature of autism and the importance of continued support and understanding at every stage of life. While my son's journey is still unfolding, recognizing these traits helps us prepare for the future and ensure he has the tools and resources to thrive as an adult. Key notes: autism is a spectrum, so signs and severity vary widely among individuals. Early intervention can significantly improve outcomes. If you notice signs of autism, consult a healthcare professional for evaluation and support. This variability is a hallmark of autism. It's a spectrum, and each individual's journey is unique. My son's experiences highlight the importance of personalized support and understanding. By recognizing and embracing these differences, we can create environments that empower autistic teenagers to navigate their challenges and build on their strengths, ensuring they thrive in their own way. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next video. Stay curious, stay kind. From the Early Majority Hub, I'll see you next time.